Good evening. My name is Consolata Chibalonza and this is EBN TV Prime Edition, and we have indeed a lot in store for you today. I do hope you had a beautiful day and indeed you were resting well in preparation for a good night's sleep. But before you retire to bed, let us first take a look at what has been happening throughout the day. Now, kicking us off, we start off with what has been happening lately, and we know the issue about the current bill that was given by the parliament, and it was passed, the affordable housing bill. Now, the affordable housing bill was tabled and motioned, and today they had the second reading of the same, and it was passed indeed with 141 votes saying yes and 58 others saying no to the same, giving it a total of 299 voters present in the house at the time. This was the result, and here is a quick summary of what happened.
Honorable Speaker, sir, in the second reading of the Affordable Housing Bill 2023, the voting, manual for ayes 141, nays 58.
I now wish to announce the results of the voting to the House. Order. In a division on second reading of the Affordable Housing Bill 2023, the results are as follows. The ayes 141, the noes 58, total vote 199, abstentions nil, so the ayes have it. Clerk, can you read?
A bill.
Order, Wanjala. Order, before you read that. Order, before we conclude this, I want first to thank all members for your decorum. Apart from the errand member for Budalangi, the rest of the members observed absolute decorum. And Honorable Wanjala, you are supposed to be an elder to your colleagues here. So you can't sit there and be shouting at the top of your voice, contrary to Standing Order 76. So next time, be an example to your younger colleagues. It pays to do that. Order. Clerk, can you? You can't ask for a point of order, Honorable Undo. You know the rules. You are second termer. We are still in division. We haven't finished. Order. Go ahead, Clerk.
A bill for an act of parliament to give effect to Article 43(1)(b) of the Constitution to provide a framework for access to affordable housing and for connected purposes.
You may now open the bar.
And indeed, away from that, for the second consecutive day, Deputy President met with the Cabinet Secretary. I'm really sorry. And for the second day, the President of the Republic, William Samoei Ruto, met with the Cabinet Secretaries alongside the Deputy President, the Principal Secretaries, and the President's advisory team during a national meeting with top government officials in Naivasha, Nakuru County. Ruto strongly advocated for devolution as a significant and crucial part of his bottom-up agenda. He clarified that he had invited county governors to the National Leadership Summit to strengthen cooperation between the two levels of government.
Devolution is not an invention of us. It is an invention of the people of Kenya. The people of Kenya decided that they wanted a government as close as possible to them. And let me repeat for the upteenth time that at a personal level and this administration, we support devolution 100%. The reason why we asked the council to come and have a session with us as we have this National Government Executive Retreat is because I wanted ministers here and their principal secretaries to understand that the counties are our partners. They are not our competitors. They are another level of government that we must work with because the Constitution contemplates us working together. We have had a wonderful relationship, I must admit. The governors have been very understanding, and we have also been, to the extent that we can, very forthright and very understanding. We haven't made a lot of success in some areas because we have ignored counties. We have ignored working with counties. It is good for principal secretaries who are here and cabinet secretaries who are here to understand. And I wanted to say this in the presence of the leadership of the Council of Governors so that you know that we view the county governments as an asset and as an ally and a partner for us in the delivery of the plan for the people of Kenya and the transformation of our country. And I want to persuade you to work with us on this matter.
Now, the National Treasury Cabinet Secretary Njuguna Ndongo reassured the nation that the country's economy is in good shape. Professor Ndongo indicated a growth of 4.6% in the first quarter of this year implemented by the Kenya Kwanza government. Speaking at the event, Council of Governors Chairperson Anne Waiguru urged ministers and secretaries to reduce the conflict between the national and county governments by resisting the temptation to undermine devolution responsibilities.
The recovery is actually starting with the quarter 4 of 5.6%. So recovery is starting. That recovery is premised on the policies that the government has taken. That recovery is going to create a very strong momentum. Now, the second thing is that we notice that however much we try to talk about the strategy to resolve the Eurobond, there was always some doubts. Why was there some doubts? A big portion of the market, especially our microstructure of the market, believed that the government will still go to the market to buy dollars to effect payments of the Eurobond. We are now in a more certain world. Secondly, we're now flexible to use all the other instruments that we wanted to use. Third, the market has understood the strategy. They are quiet now. Actually, we have no noise. And the noise in the exchange rate is actually the positive noise. That is, it is appreciating. And the beauty about an appreciating currency in a floating exchange rate regime is that it provides a temporary nominal anchor to domestic prices. So it means that it's going to push inflation down. And even interest rates will come down. And we are going to actually have that period I would like to call a very vibrant period.
The message from the governors is this: they support your government. They are supporting the development agenda, the plan of the Kenya Kwanza, but they are urging that they be given their due space to be governors and to deliver on devolution. And I think the best way we can do that is when we work together in synergy. Look at the things that we have achieved in health when we have met halfway. The things we've achieved with cooperatives when we have met halfway. If we can just do that with the few remaining ones, in agriculture and in health, I think we can go a long way than if we started push and pulling to replicate functions and duties that can actually be carried out better by the county government.
Now, in today's parliamentary session, a debate ensued regarding the closure of bars in Kirinyaga County and the revocation of bar operators' licenses, alongside a crackdown on the production and sale of illicit alcohol and drugs nationwide. This sparked a heated discussion when the majority leader in the National Assembly blamed the judiciary for the current situation. According to Ishungwa, the alcohol that caused the deaths was allegedly evidence preserved at the police station, but it was the police who took it and sold it to the public.
Oburi and the Honorable Junet, that indeed there is absolutely nothing wrong with counties licensing bars. This particular incident in Kirinyaga, Honorable Speaker, and maybe the chair is not aware, already officers, police officers have been arrested and charged in court because they stole exhibits that were being stored in a police station and sold them to the person now who sold this alcohol to people in a bar. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, the problem is not just a problem that we can point at the county governments in terms of licensing of bars. It begins with law enforcement by the police. And Honorable Speaker, the chair, as a person oversighting the police, must be emphatic in ensuring that his committee summons the Inspector General of Police to say what they are going to do to ensure that the police indeed do their work in enforcing the law as it is. Secondly, and more importantly, Honorable Speaker, I am hoping that the chair, other than pointing fingers, will take this opportunity through the committee in charge of Interior to now draft a national government level legislation touching on the licensing of manufacturers of alcohol, because that will not be left to the county government. It is up to us, and that is what I would have wanted to hear the chair speak to, that his committee now will draft legislation that will regulate. How do you even regulate the movement of ethanol and methanol in this country? Because, Honorable Speaker, this, what we are calling illicit brews, are not illicit brews. It is simply ethanol and methanol being mixed with water and being sold to people as alcohol. And that is what our committee in charge of Interior should be working on, legislation that will ensure that we regulate who sells ethanol, how is it sold. Because, Honorable Speaker, the sale of ethanol is one of the most lucrative illicit trade. The road between Namanga and Nairobi, Honorable Speaker, the entire corridor is a scene of crime. And the chair should know, from the Namanga border to Nairobi is an entire scene of crime.
35 people, among them police officers, have been arrested in the ongoing crackdown on sale and manufacture of illicit brew in Kirinyaga County. Now, Kimani Ichung'wah's story has led us to a series of stories on illicit brew. The crackdown follows an order by County Governor Anne Waiguru to start off the vetting of all liquor outlets in the region. Police also recovered 959,000 Kenyan shillings in cash and unknown illicit brew hidden in a manhole under the bed at Ngomongo village, where Josephine Karioko Mushira, owner of Holiday Inn Pub, was arrested and her store shut down for allegedly manufacturing and selling illicit brew. Karioko was found in possession of over 100 liters of illicit brew with fake Kenya Bureau of Standard and Kenya Revenue Authority stamps.
Their arrest, I think we have around 35 arrests have been made concerning since we started this crackdown, and confiscated some brews and some apparatus. Ours is to make sure that our people remain safe until such time that we are sure that we can now ask our genuine business people to go back and do their business. But in the meantime, we ask for cooperation from all stakeholders, from all the bar owners, and we are also rolling out a process where we are going to look for all the illegal manufacturers. We are told there are people who do some illegal manufacturers in the county or unlicensed brewers. We will make sure we will also bring them to book.
We want to assure bar owners that the exercise will be done in an open and transparent manner as quick as possible to ensure those who have complied with liquor licensing regulations are allowed to reopen.
And still on the same, in Kiambu County, law enforcement authorities under the leadership of the county commander Michael Mushiri conducted a significant operation resulting in the confiscating of over 2,000 liters of Chang'aa and Muratina brews. The operation, likely coordinated among various law enforcement agencies and the locals, signifies a concerted effort to tackle the issue of illegal alcohol production and distribution in the region.
Hii kaunti ni kaunti ya zile ambazo zimekuwa na changamoto sana. Vijana wetu saa zingine wanapata wanapotelea kwa haya mambo, na vita ambayo tumeanzisha, vita ambayo tumekuwa nayo sio kuanzisha hasa, ni kuhakikisha kwamba tunaangamiza, tunatoa haya madawa ya kulevya na pombe haramu, ile tunasema second generation, ambayo tumeona madhara yake, manake ni sumu. Juzi tumeshuhudia pande ya Kirinyaga huko. So tunataka kuwa katika ile mstari wa mbele. Na hii ni wiki mbili peke yake. Tumekuwa na watu 52. Wale ambao wanasafirisha ama wanahusika na maneno ya chang'aa, watu 23 wameshikwa. Wale ambao wanatumia moratina, pombe ya kienyeji ambayo labda ni sumu, jana ni sumu, kwa jumla inakuwa ni watu 52. Kwa hii muda pia watu 48 wameshikwa kwa maneno ya dawa za kulevya, sana sana bangi, cannabis sativa ndio tunaita kwa jina lingine. Tumeweza kupata lita kwa ujumla chang'aa na mulatina lita 1875. Tukirudi kwa maneno ya madawa ya kulevya, tumepata kwamba tuko na lols, mnaelewa lols 750, na pia tumepata kilo 4 ya bangi. Bangi kwa kawaida ni kitu nyepesi sana, kwa hivyo ndio tufikishe kilo 4, ni kuonyesha kwamba hakika ni kiasi kikubwa sana cha bangi. Mwanzo tunashukuru wananchi, manake wamekuwa katika mstari wa mbele wa kutuelekeza, kutupatia information.
And now, in Nakuru County, the county government, in collaboration with special units, managed to arrest 7 individuals caught in an operation conducted in the Njoro area, seizing illegal alcohol, while the operators of this illicit trade lacked licenses. This comes after the national government launched a fierce campaign to combat the production of illegal alcohol. According to residents, this alcohol is the root cause of the increasing crime rates in the area.
Hii pombe haramu imekuwa ikituangamiza kwa muda, na kwa vijana wetu imewamaliza, alafu imechangia ukora na wizi katika eneo hili letu.
Tunabambana na hii pombe, lakini juzi tukafanya operation. Kuna askari wenye wamewekwa hapa wanatuishia upande wa nyumba 10. Tuko na uoga, tunatishiwa sana, tunashikwa.
Challenge ambayo tuko nayo ni community support. Hatupati support kwa community kwa kutupea information ya wale ambao wanapika hii pombe mbaya, na ndio maana tunahimiza watupe information.
Wakati mwananchi anachukua chemicals, anachanganya, anafanya kama yeye ni mtaalamu wa kutengeneza pombe, kisha wananchi wanakuja wanakunywa, wale ambao hawajui ni nini hii ambayo imetumika kupika hii pombe, inahatarisha maisha ya watu. Na ndio maana tumechukua hatua hii, tumechukua hiyo pombe na tumeamuru iende katika government chemistry tuweze kupima, kwa sababu hata ukiangalia tukichunguza hapa tu hiyo barcode haitoi imetoka wapi, haitoi hiyo label ni ya kampuni gani.
Well, the Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka was addressing residents of Naivasha today on several issues, including the high cost of living. A Wiper Democratic Movement leader Kalonzo delivered a keynote address as a chief guest for the Institute of Certified Secretaries. Azimio principal later on engaged with crowds at Soko Mjinga Market before proceeding to Lake Naivasha Resort for the main event slated for Tuesday.
Nataka mjue kwamba Azimio la Umoja wa Kenya kitu kimoja. Uko pamoja na sisi. Uko pamoja nasi. Kwa hivyo vile tu baba sasa nataka kuwa mkubwa wa Afrika. Hayo. Wanasema tumuombea apate hiyo kazi. Basi akipata hiyo kazi na sisi tushikilie ama namna gani? Tuunganishe Kenya ama namna gani? Kwa hivyo tuna ubaya. Ni kwamba lazima Kenya kwanza washukishe gharama ya maisha. Lazima washukishe. Na ikiwa ni kodi kila baada wanaleta kodi ingine, wanalipa ushuru. Kawaida ni furaha kulipa ushuru, kwa sababu bila kulipa ushuru uchumi hawezi kuendelea mbele. Lakini ushuru wa lazima hawezi kuwa ushuru. Sasa wanaleta ile inaitwa budget policy paper. Wanataka kuja wahesabu wewe uko na kuku ngapi, uko na ng'ombe ngapi, uko na kondoo ngapi, mambo kama haya. Kwa hiyo lazima sisi tukae gangari, na hata kama ni nyumba waseme ni ushuru, sio kusema ni levy. Na sisi wenyewe tunasema kama Azimio la Umoja tunapinga ushuru wa aina hiyo, na hii kodi ya nyumba ya lazima. Hizi nyumba watu wamejenga, sio kazi ya serikali kujenga manyumba, ni kazi ya wawekezaji, private investors kujenga nyumba. Kwa hivyo hii ni mambo tu ya kuandaa wananchi wa Kenya, na watu wana shida kupeleka watoto shule. Alafu unasema unalipa na e-citizen.
Our victims of the ongoing demolitions in Kandui, Bungoma have come forward to urge both the county government and the national government to clarify their fate after being evicted. Duncan Kwoba with the report.
Victims of the ongoing demolition in Kandui and Bungoma town have come forward to urge both county government and national government to clarify their fate after being evicted. Speaking during the meeting convened in the area, the affected individuals expressed sorrow at witnessing demolition without being given adequate time to relocate elsewhere. Their sentiments were echoed by religious leaders who suggest that the county government should provide alternative relocation site before evicting them.
Sisi hatukatai maendeleo. Kama buildings ambazo zimeangushwa, zimepitishwa kupitia na serikali ya county. Kwa hivyo wakati ambapo tena mnakuja kuangusha hizi nyumba, tunashangaa ya kwamba kwa nini mnaangusha nyumba ambazo nyinyi wenyewe mumepitisha hiyo building plan, na sasa mnakuja kuiangusha. Nyinyi mnachukua ushuru kutoka kwa hizo nyumba. Kwa hivyo tunaomba ya kwamba mnapofanya kuwa na jambo kama hili la maendeleo, lazima muhusishe watu wote ili tuhakikishe ya kwamba tuko pamoja.
Their sentiments were echoed by religious leaders who suggest that the county government should provide alternative relocation site before evicting them, noting that many depend on their businesses for their livelihood.
Mwezi wa tatu ambao unakuja huu, tutakuwa katika mwezi wetu wa kufunga. Na kuna mahala ambapo kwamba huwa tunategemea sisi wakfu ilijengwa kusaidia watu kupata chakula chao, maimams kupata chakula chao cha kufuturu katika mwezi mtukufu wa Ramadhani. Tumeshangaa vile imebomolewa.
Wamama na wazee walikuwa wamechukua mikopo katika taasisi mbalimbali ya kifedha, hawajui wataanza namna gani na watalipaje.
However, Bungoma Senator Wafula Wakoli stated that he will present their plea to the Senate, advocating for transparency regarding government land and promising to convene a meeting with the county leaders to address the issue.
Wakristo kwa Waislamu eneo yao kubomolewa pasipo ilani, pasipo maelezo, na hivi kuweka mianya ya siasa isiyo na msingi wowote. Tunahuzunika sana na tumekutana kwa pamoja, kwa sababu tunapokutana pamoja lazima tuna nafasi ya kusuluhisha changamoto hii. Nimewaeleza kwamba mimi kama senator nimejitokeza kuhakikisha kwamba tunaleta viongozi wote wahusika ili tuwasikize watu hawa, wanabiashara hawa, watu wa Bungoma, na tuweze kuzungumza kwa sauti moja yale ambayo tunataka yatekelezwe na yatekelezwe kivipi, kwa sababu hakuna mtu anapinga maendeleo.
The eviction have been ongoing as the county government, in collaboration with the Ministry of Sports, begin works at the Masinde Muliro complex, which is set to host Madaraka Day celebration 1st June. Residents have been urged to vacate the areas to allow the completion of the project on time, with a run of 3 months left on the clock. Duncan Kwoba, EBN TV, Bungoma.
The process of transferring the management of Maragua Dam to Murang'a Water and Sanitation Company has commenced. This comes after President William Samoei Ruto's directive that the 800,000 cubic meter dam be managed by Muasco and not Murang'a South Water and Sanitation Company. Officials of Muasco and those of Muasco in a forum held at the dam's treatment plant agreed to conclude the transfer of management within a period of 2 weeks. Customers, equipment and other services will be put under Muasco with a target to increase water coverage in the drier Maragua sub-county.
Here today to start the process of handing over the Maragua bulk water project as the President, His Excellency William Samoei Ruto instructed. So today was a meeting to start off that process so that we can do the handing over. We have operated the facility for 1 year since last year March, and we appreciate that this day has come. We want to hand it over to our colleague, the Murang'a Water and Sanitation Company, in obedience to the decree of the President. Currently, the people being served from this specific facility is about 2,000 connections.
It will go a long way in ensuring Murang'a, many of the wards in Murang'a get water. We're talking of Maragua Ridge, Kabiti, we're talking of Makuyu. We are grateful because those people now will be able to have access to water for quite long. Today, the two companies have come together, and as the President directed, the facility is now going to be operated by Murang'a Water and Sanitation Company, and within 2 weeks, it has been agreed that all the handing over process will be done. So as a county government, we are very grateful, and we are going to ensure that water is provided in an efficient manner to our people of Murang'a.
Hii ni shida tumekuwa nayo kwa muda mrefu, na tunashukuru sana juu tulikuwa na hofu hii mradi ikiangukia mikono ya Muasco watu wetu wangesava. Sababu moja, hii kampuni iko na area kubwa sana yenye inasafu huku Murang'a County. Juu iko na 3 constituencies, iko na Maragua, iko na Kigumo na iko na Kadara.
Away from Central, Homa Bay Governor Gladys Wanga has inaugurated a mentorship program at Wapala Boys High School, uniting secondary schools across Homa Bay County to prioritize the holistic development of boys. In her address, Governor Wanga stressed the importance of this initiative in shaping the future leaders and change makers of the county, emphasizing values such as honesty, integrity, and continual learning. She encouraged the mentees to seize opportunities and face life's challenges with courage. The program aims to address pressing issues like HIV infections, gender-based violence, and teenage pregnancies through initiatives like the End Triple Threat by 2030 campaign.
So I'm profoundly honored to stand before you today here at Wapala Boys High School for the very first Governor's Mentorship Camp. This gathering has brought together all the boys' secondary schools across Homa Bay County and holds immense significance as it marks our commitment to the holistic development of our young boys who are the bedrock of our county's future. As we embark on this transformative journey, let me express my gratitude for the warm welcome and dedicated efforts put forth by all the participating schools and all those who have been involved in organizing this mentorship camp, together with our host school, Wapala Boys High School. To our mentees, the boys, this program serves as a platform for your holistic development during a crucial stage in your life journey. I encourage you to broaden your horizons, appreciate the richness of life, and, as we say in Homa Bay, strive and purpose to unlock your endless potential. Our mentors are here to guide you in deciphering your life's compass. To young boys here, you play a crucial role in supporting me to realize this vision. You're not just the leaders of tomorrow, but the change makers of today. Through awareness, education, and active participation, you can contribute significantly to breaking the cycle of these challenges in our community. In our pursuit to end the triple threat, we have launched comprehensive initiatives. One such initiative is the End Triple Threat by 2030 campaign. Through targeted programs, awareness campaigns, and community engagement, we aim to reduce HIV infections, eradicate GBV, and minimize teenage pregnancies. I encourage each one of you to actively participate in these programs, spreading awareness and acting as ambassadors of change in your communities. As young Africans, I urge you to firmly believe that this century is destined to be the African century, with predictions indicating that a significant share of the world's economy will be in your hands.
Leadership wrangles threatening to split the Supreme Council of Kenya Muslims, also known as SUPKEM. The contention revolves around two factions that are fighting to control the organization. In a letter dated January 23, 2023, the Registrar of Societies ousted officials including Yusuf Abdullah Rahman Nzibo as the chairman based on 2017 records. However, the SUPKEM Council swiftly opposed Nzibo's leadership, citing disciplinary grounds for his removal and pointing fingers at the Attorney General for fueling the ongoing wrangles. Nzibo has asserted his chairmanship based on the Registrar of Societies letters. He demands that the current leadership led by Hassan Ole Naado vacate their positions immediately.
Law and order is protecting fraud. Yeah, we don't need a court order to maintain law and order. What I'm just saying, you know what you're supposed to do. What do you want us to do so that you know what you're supposed to do. Sisi, what we want is law and order to be maintained. Wewe ni wakili, lead your people well, tell them the truth about this court order. The only way to lead them is inside. Sisi, hatutaruhusu sheria ivunjwe left or right and this is something that requires direct to the knee. If your name is not mentioned here, you are not told to enforce, you are not supposed to be here. You know you have been compromised. You know you have been paid. We know very well. And I can categorically confirm that. Yes. My brother. Because somebody is showing you a court order and you are protecting someone who is illegally in office with the support of people of goons. And this will have consequences. We want to be arrested. They haven't told us, and they are not helping us comply with our 2017. The next election was supposed to be held in 2020, but due to Corona, that spanned all the way to 2022, elections were supposed to be held. When SUPKEM was preparing for elections, a fraudster imposed the name of Bolsonaro imposed himself fraud and forgery as the chairman without any elections. And since then we have been battling through the corridors of justice to set aside all those illegalities that we are committing.
And with that, we bring a close to today's edition of EBN TV Prime News. My name is Consolata Chibalonza. Thank you very much for keeping me company from 9 p.m. to 9:30, or so minutes past 9:30 p.m. I wish you nothing but a good night, and until next time, God bless.